Greetings and salutations, and this is Techronaut here, back with more Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. And yes, I'm a little more excited this video because I finally get to show off. Well, this is the thing that I think a lot of people who have played this game know about, but like, to anybody who's new to this game and never played it before, or just anybody who never looked too deep into it, you're about to see how you cheese the life system in this level. Yep, that's simple. You literally just have to kill all the bees. You need to do it through a slide spin, or you can do a regular spin like I did that first time. But usually a regular spin won't work unless you time it right. But here, as you can see, I did a time skip where I got up to 50 lives just standing here doing this. And I don't have the patience to get to 99, so we're going to keep going. But yeah, that is... If anybody who's struggling with the game needs more lives, once you get to this point, there you go. There's how you get them. I believe there's a 99 life trophy for each game in this trilogy, and I think Crash 2 is the easiest game to get that for because that little cheese thing you could do there. Though there is a level in Crash 1 where I believe if you have the gem for it, or you have, I believe you got to get one of the color gems or something, and it'll lead you to a path of like extra lives. And I think you can like reload, go to that level, do it again and again, but you have to like reload a save. I don't think you can like do it right after each other, or the lives will just be regular boxes. Either way, though, I think that's how you get them in Crash 1. Or how you get that trophy in Crash 1. I don't know how you do it in Crash 3, so don't bother asking me that. But in Crash 2, the way to get the 99 lives is just to go up to one of these beehives and do that shit. Simple as is. You can see here that I've failed this level so many times in the past. Okay, first of all, I died there because I was trying to spit the enemy, and then it fucking put me in the ground. Not a good idea there. But anyway, as I was saying, you could tell how much I failed at this level in the past because I am so good at this level now. This is one of the levels I've struggled with the most in the past, and because of it, I've mastered it a lot. And we're gonna find a secret warp here, so. Or not okay, it's not secret warp. It takes us to this little path. Okay, that's interesting. I thought it was one of those secret warps, but no, it just takes us here. But yeah, that stack of nitro crates, you'll notice it's fake because they're not hopping. Nitro crates hop every few seconds. You know, like that stack doesn't hop. But there's a secret there if you want to like go after it. I don't think I end up going after it. I think after dying there, I just kind of, you know, continue the level. I think I just wanted to show it off. There are times in this game, because this is the Crash game I'm most knowledgeable. This is the Crash game I'm most knowledgeable about. But there are times in this game where like I just show stuff off just to show stuff off, like I was doing with the lives and with this thing. So I don't think I actually go through this whole thing. I don't know why I'm going back in there because I'm pretty sure I die again and I don't complete it. But you know, it's whatever. Okay. We can make it. We can make it. Woo! Let's go. Oh! Okay. We do want to go there. We do want to go there because that is the purple gem. Okay. So that path is important if you're going for 100% completion. And I do get all the gems eventually, so I do go down that path whether it's in video or not. But there's a purple gem there, and I want it. I'm gonna get it. Because I'm pretty sure all I gotta do is touch the gem and then die, and then I'll still have it. I don't think I have to get to the end of the path. Fucking hell! Come on! I just talked about how like I was doing so good at this level because how many times I failed in the past, and here I am dying over and over. In my defense, I haven't done that gem path too often. Like this is only the second time I've gone after that gem ever. This is only the second time I'm going after that gem. So, obviously I don't have as much practice with getting this, like, gem as I do the rest of the levels, so, just a little, just wanted to point that out. So in my defense, you know, I don't have that much practice with this one. Okay, now I can die. I'm just being goofy, don't mind me. I will mind the bees though. The bees, the bees, the bees! No, not the bees! If anybody knows that meme. That meme's probably dead by now, honestly. But, you know, it's whatever. I don't really pay attention. For most memes, unless they're the memes that get thrown in your face like Ugandan Knuckles, I don't really keep track of when they're like popular or not. I just know when I'm exposed to them. And I was exposed to that bees meme along, like, I think sometime last year. So I'm pretty sure it is a dead meme now, but it's whatever. Some dead memes are still funny after they die. Some dead memes, you're glad they died. Like, honestly. I'm really, really fucking glad that the Ugandan Knuckles meme is dead. Here's the thing, here's my history with that. At first it annoyed the hell out of me. Then like, near the end of its lifespan, I started to find it a little funny. Just because of how ridiculous it was. And then that funniness died down pretty quick because I hated it again, and then it died. And I was relieved it died. So there's my history with the Ugandan Knuckles meme. Hope you enjoyed my little TED Talk here. No, I'm kidding. I keep dying to the bees. Not the bees. Not the bees, man. Zoinks. Like, I think there's some bees in there. I can't do that voice. I can't fucking... One of these days, I'm gonna achieve doing a Shaggy voice. One of these days, I'm gonna achieve it. But that day is not today, because that was horrible. Well, like Scoob, I think there's some bees in there. That's probably the best I can do. And that probably sucked. Okay, listening back, that one wasn't too bad, but it's still not a good impression. I think if I practiced it, I could do good. That's probably the best I've ever sounded trying to sound like Shaggy, but I'm surprised I even got that close, because that's not close at all, obviously, but like, I'm surprised I even got that close. Like Scoob, I think this is time for a snack. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember any Shaggy quotes because I haven't watched Scooby-Doo in like a long ass time. Don't get me wrong, like Scooby-Doo's not one of those things where like I got older, I'm like, oh, this is a kid's thing, I don't like it, because I'm not someone who does that unless the thing in question is something overly childish, like, you know, I can still enjoy some Scooby-Doo stuff till this day. I just haven't watched anything Scooby-Doo in like a year or two. Scooby-Doo is one of those things that I would consider family-friendly rather than child-friendly, and what I mean by that is that I feel like you could still enjoy it when you're older. When I call something, like, I know this probably isn't the definition of it, but when I call something family-friendly, I more so mean it's something safe for kids to watch, but adults can still enjoy it. When I call something kid-friendly, it means it's for kids, and only for kids. Trust me though, I don't call too many things kid-friendly. I use family-friendly a lot more. I used to aim for what my definition of a family-friendly approach was for my channel. My old channel anyway, and then like I started cussing, and then on this channel I still cuss. Like, I fucking cuss all the time. What are you talking about? But that's in part because I don't want my comment section cut off, and I don't want to be labeled for YouTube kids. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta throw in some cuss words here because I'm not gonna be a child content creator. I'm not about that life. I want my audience to be like a minimum of 13 years old. In most cases, like I say in most cases because I know like there are some like kids who lie about their age on the internet and then get on to like regular YouTube and like Twitter and stuff when you shouldn't be on there until you're 13. Hell, I wasn't really on social media until I was 13. I was on YouTube before I was 13, but I was usually watched by parents or like, yeah, usually like parents or grandparents or something. And I wasn't logged into my own YouTube account. Like, I didn't have my own YouTube account and social medias and stuff till I was 13. And I strongly believe that's how it should be. Like, I don't think you should keep kids away from technology until they're 13. I think that's ridiculous, because obviously I was exposed to technology. I just didn't have social media. Or my own accounts. And I think that's the way it should be done. I think, like, I don't know. I also do think, though, that kids under the age of 4 should not have their own device. Like, I didn't start playing video games. Like, I don't think I had my own gaming console till I was, like, 5 or 6. Like, before that, my dad had one, and me and my sisters would play games with him and stuff. But, like, I'm talking about, like, I don't think me and my sisters had our own console until we were all minimum the age of, like, 3. At a minimum. And even then, we shared it, and we usually had, like, parents around watching us. We had a parent around watching us or something, you know? And then, like, on top of that, we never had our own, like, phones or tablets or anything. I don't think that's something a kid under the age of 4 or 5 should have. And even once they're at the age of 4 or 5, I don't think they should be allowed to have, like, social media accounts and all that stuff until they're 13. I think 13 is when you're, like, old enough to, like, understand stuff a lot more. You're less likely to be tricked, scammed, etc., etc. Other hard stuff I won't name. That's why I said etc., etc. Like, I don't think... I know this topic might sound like, oh, this is just me being from an older generation. No, I'm Gen Z. I'm a Gen Z person saying this. I'm 24 years old. I'm in Gen Z. Like, seriously. So this is a Gen Z person saying this about the younger half of Gen Z and Gen Alpha and all that stuff. Like, no, kids should not... Little toddlers should not have their own phones and tablets. That is not parenting. That is basically ruining them. Because I don't think technology ruins kids. I don't. I think me being exposed to technology from a young age was a good thing, but the way I was exposed to it was limited. And I was exposed to stuff that kind of, like, made my brain work, you know? Like, I was exposed to video games. Video games make your brain work. They make you think. They make you, like... In a way, video games kind of make you a little smarter. I know there are people out there that'll tell you different, but no, they actually do kind of make you a little smarter. Because you have to, like... You have to learn. Like, there's certain things in your mind that... It's kind of like if you were doing a jigsaw puzzle. It's just... It's not a puzzle. It, like, hits the same part. At least this is my theory anyway, because this is what it feels like it does for me. It hits the same part of your brain as, like, a jigsaw puzzle would. Like, like that stuff. That's my theory anyway, because that's what I feel like video games do for me. Whenever I play video games, it feels like I'm thinking. It feels like I'm doing something smart, kind of. In most cases. There are some games where it's just dumb fun, but, like... Games like Crash Bandicoot, for example. I feel like this takes a little bit of thought, because, like, these games are pretty hard platformers, all things considered, especially Crash 4. A game like Hi-Fi Rush takes a good bit of thought, because you have to stay on rhythm. Like, stuff like that. Video games aren't mindless. They aren't, like, damaging to the brain. But social media can be if you're exposed to it at a young enough age. Social media is also bad for mental health, but, like, do with that what you will. I kind of stay away from most social media these days. Like, I occasionally check X, formerly Twitter. I do interact with, like, friends and stuff on Discord as well, but outside of that, I don't really mess with social media all that much anymore, because I realized it was, like, stressing me out, making me miserable and stuff, and, like, yeah. Discord is, like, the one exception, because the only... Majority of the people I talk to on Discord are either friends or people that just don't really cause me any trouble. So it's like... Yeah. Discord's not really something that messes with my mental health, so I kind of stick to it. But aside from, like, that, Aside from that and YouTube, I don't really mess with much social media anymore for good reason. I used to be on X every day, and it like kind of made me miserable a little bit. So like, I mean that, like, social media is bad for your mental health, and I think a child should not be dealing with that. There's also stuff that a child shouldn't be exposed to. There are scammers on social media. There's the P word on social media. If you know, you know. I don't want to say the word because I'm not comfortable with saying the word because these people are creepy. Ew, like, I don't want to think about it. But you know the people I'm talking about. You know the creepy fucks I'm talking about. Starts with a P. You know the creepy fucks I'm talking about. But yeah, back to the topic. I don't think little kids should be on social media because I think it's bad for them. Once you're at a certain age, it's your choice if you're on there. Once you're like 13, I'd say it's up to you if you're on social media. But before the age of 13, I don't think you should be allowed on there. At the very least. It's kind of bad for your mental health. There's scammers and P words on there that you shouldn't have kids around. It's just my thoughts. Also, if you're under the age of 13, get the fuck off this video and don't be watching my damn channel. I don't like kids. I don't want kids watching me. So if you're under the age of 13, get the fuck out of here. Stop watching this video. If you're subscribed to my channel, you're under the age of 13, unsubscribe now. I don't want you here. That's all I'm saying. Oh, damn. I'm gonna fail this, aren't I? Should I? Yep, I saw that coming. I saw that coming. Fun times, fun times. The moment I saw how that box hopping was going, I was like, yeah, no, this is gonna end badly. I knew. Fucking hell. Do this again. Come on. We can do it. Add a little cut there because, you know, didn't want to like show every time I failed, obviously. And we did it. Yes, let's go. Let's go. We fucking did it, fam. Me realizing that we're like just about halfway through this video and I still got 16 more minutes of commentary to do. Oh, jeez. Is it 16? 15. 15 more minutes of commentary. Try to keep up the energy as best as I can, but like, see, my issue is like, I was running out of stuff to talk before, that's why I took the short hiatus, but like, I have stuff to talk about now. It's more so the energy I'm having issue with, because like, I'm having to do a little bit of longer videos again due to the Spider-Man Let's Play. Like, if I don't do longer videos, that Let's Play would be like 27 parts. And I don't want it to go on that long, so yeah. I don't care. I don't care that I lost to Aku. We got past that. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. I have had problems with this part in the past. Please let me know. Come on. Come on, man. Okay, good. He got killed that time. Jump on a TNT crate. What am I, a Bandicoot? Sorry, I just remembered that line from Crash 4. Crash 4's got a bunch of really funny quotable lines. The Crash series in general has a bunch of, like, funny quotable lines, but, like, I think Crash 4 and Crash Twin Sanity do the best job of, like, providing those. Though there are a few from the Insane trilogy and by extension the original versions of these games. And there's some from Crash of the Titans and Mind Over Mutant as well. The series just consistently, even like games that like aren't considered that good, will have a line or two that's really funny. Like for Mind Over Mutant, for example, Mind Over Mutant's probably my second least favorite Crash game. No, third, because I don't like Wrath of Cortex. Like I would put Wrath of Cortex and Boom Bang behind Mind Over Mutants. So it's my third least favorite Crash game, but there's a bunch of Embryo lines in that game I love. There's even some Cortex lines too. And Uka Uka lines that I love in that game. Like, for example, this isn't the end. I invented endings. Why don't people take me seriously? That was a funny line, man. I'm pretty sure there's a reason that not the Insane trilogy, that Nitro Fueled even quotes the "Why don't people take me seriously" part. Too bad it's butchered. I don't mind the casting of Tom Kenny as Embryo on paper. I just think the voice direction was horrible. I think they with the right voice direction, he could do a good Embryo. They just did it poorly. But yeah. There we go. That was the last level of the Warbird, wasn't it? We are about to go on the boss, aren't we?
Discovered that the opposition is being masterminded by Dr. Nitrous Brio, the inventor of the Evolvo Ray. Brio was responsible for our misunderstandings in the past. He forced me to assist him in his plot for world domination, and he's at it again. He will attempt to stand in our way. Be on your guard, Crash. Deliver the crystals to Engine.
Funny thing about this is that Cortex tells us to bring the crystals to Engine. And this is before the point where, I think this is before the point where Coco reveals to Crash that Cortex is still evil and stuff. But instead of Engine just coming to get the crystals, he just attacks us on sight. And that's always been weird to me, both in the original and in the Insane trilogy. You would think like they would have made like a little bit of a difference in the Insane trilogy. Like maybe he still shows up in the mech, but like maybe he asks for the crystals first and then Crash refuses and then he attacks or something. I don't know. It just always seemed odd to me that Engine like immediately on sight attacks Crash, when Cortex's orders were for us to deliver crystals to Engine. It's probably the only part of this game's plot I don't care for. It's a very simple plot, as is, and plots have never been like Crash Bandicoot's strong suit. The games have always been like more character focused and gameplay focused than plot focused, so like it's not something that bothers me that much either. It's just, in retrospect, all these years later, it's a little weird that like the guy that you're supposed to be handing something over to, like all you're doing is basically making kind of a trade or something. Like that's all you're supposed to be doing. You're basically supposed to be meeting Engine, not fighting him. So why the fuck do you fight him? Like I'm not complaining because he has a good boss fight, and if they had like done it that way, it probably wouldn't have led to a boss fight. But you know, it's still a little weird when you think about it. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe I'm reading too much into a 1997 3D platformer remade into a 2017 collection. Maybe I'm thinking way too much into that. Who knows? And again, it doesn't bother me that much. And this is my favorite Crash game, so obviously, like, it don't bother me enough to really bring the game down for me. But still, it's a little weird when you think about it. It's also a little weird how hard it is to hit this guy in the Insane Trilogy. If I remember correctly, the original version of this boss was a lot easier to hit. I don't know why it's so hard to hit him in the Insane Trilogy. Like, you see what I mean here, right? Seems like the Wampa Fruit don't, like, have good accuracy at all. They kind of just, like, go around wherever you're going. Or kind of behind where you're going, in a way. This boss theme is the good thing you got a good boss theme engine, because I would be complaining about how long this shit is taking if you did not have a good boss theme. Like, this is definitely the best boss theme in the game. Probably my third favorite in the entire Insane Trilogy. I do like Embryos and Dingodil's from Crash 1 and 3 respectively more, but this is the best boss theme in Crash 2 and one of the best overall, like, tracks from the game overall. Like, I think this would be top 3 for me, alongside, like, the sewer levels and probably the sewer levels and the tiny boss would probably be my top 3. Would be this, the sewer levels, and the tiny boss. Boss getting hectic now. Keep moving faster. That's something I never noticed during gameplay because I'm focusing too much on trying to hit him. But he does start moving faster once he loses his arms, which is a neat detail. I did cut out a few failures here, as you can see by the life count. But I did that for the good of the video. We would be here all day if I kept in all the takes. Not really because of the amount of times I fail, but more so because this boss takes so long just to get past this first little phase. It's so hard to hit his hands, is what I'm saying. And he killed me. Honestly, I didn't cut out all my deaths. I almost never do cut out all my deaths. I usually just cut out most of them when I die a bunch. There are some exceptions, like every once in a while I cut out all my deaths, but it just depends. Probably on the wrong part of the song, but like it's stuck in my head now as I'm watching the boss. Okay, I'll stop. Especially because, like I said, it's probably not in that part of the song, so if anything, I'm probably making it annoying to listen to. Sorry, I don't have much to say at the moment. I'm kind of just waiting for the boss to progress so I can chat more. I have more to say about it. Come on, engine. Come on. Come on, get hit so we can move on to the second phase. Come on. Enough with the laser, man. You and lasers, jeez. Almost as bad as your obsession with rockets. Though, you got a rocket in your head, so I can't really blame you for that one. Probably your way of dealing with the trauma of having a rocket lodged to your head, honestly. Let's hit it. Come on, let's hit it. Let's hit it. This part, I would argue, is a little easier. Mainly because he slows down when he shoots the rockets. You know, it's a little easier to hit his little rocket things because he slows down when he shoots them. Whereas when you're trying to hit, like, his laser arms, when the claws open up, you know, they move around. They don't move as slowly as this. If that all makes sense. Well, this part is still taking me a good minute. I think that second one is about ready to break. Like, I'm predicting if I keep shooting, we'll break it this time. Or, no, I guess not. Guess it wasn't ready. Both of those look like they're about ready to break, though, so I don't know. Might be wondering, why am I standing in one spot instead of trying to follow it? Well, when I move, the Wampa fruit kind of moved behind where they kind of get thrown where Crash was instead of where he is. And it does make it harder to break these that way. There we go. Move, Crash. There we go. Excellent. We did it. It took us almost 10 bloody minutes, but we did it. We did it. We beat Engine. Woo! Let's go. And I'm going to be ending off the video right about here. So, bye.